negotiating deals. Find me some shit, I'm stunning in this bitch, stunning in this bitch, everything legit. I want me a meal to see just how it.
Rebels, ha ha, everything legit with Wise and Pitt. You know what's real if they said it.
Yes, sir, my boy. Welcome to another episode of Everything's Legit podcast, man. Checking in live from Rebels Radio. It's your boy Wise on the check-in.
With your boy Pitt, you already know it's everything legit. Let's get it.
Come on, man. You know how we get down, my boy. How you been, my boy? How's everything?
Cooling, dog. Cooling, dog. It's been a pretty good week.
Yeah.
Especially for the things that we can see unfolding in the near future. I'm excited about.
Yeah.
No real complaints, But before we do get started, I do want to make sure we send our thoughts out to our people, who are going through it over in Africa.
Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah, they getting hit heavy with the oppression over there. Nigeria, Congo, Namibia, South Africa, Cameroon, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana. All of them got stuff, and it's not even one isolated incident. It's not one thing. It's something different in every place. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's sad to see. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like today I caught myself thinking because I how I get caught up reading the different captions and stuff, and everybody's saying something crazy like, "Oh, you need to speak up for them, just like how we spoke up for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor," and that's understandable. But we got to understand that us as a people, as a race, people of color, we can see that we've been pulled in so many different directions that it's hard to focus on it's hard to not be you basically you're going to be attacked like that. And I think that we need to stop attacking each other and just let one person focus on what they focus on, and everybody just do their thing, and we just attack it the way we attack the issue the way we attack it. Because us looking at somebody else dealing with another issue and then coming back and saying, "Oh, well, we got this other issue over here," that's not helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? Whatever hits closest to home for you is what you should focus on. That's where your energy should go. And that's just how I feel about that. But I just wanted to get that out there because it's been on my mind all day. Especially the kids, the young kids getting, murdered.
Right, they just call it love it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's one thing that's been on my mind. But other than that, as far as this entertainment, I'm excited about what we got to come. What's up with you though? How you feeling?
Hey man, just here, bro. We here, survive another week. You know how we do, bro. We here, man. So I ain't gonna complain too much. I'm grateful, appreciative, thankful for the platform. Shout out to everybody that listens to us, everybody that's tuned in to our YouTube,
Yes,
everybody
sir.
that's tuned in. All the audio, we got it. Especially this week, we got it in more places. So shout out to everybody that's listening to this everywhere. If you're listening to this, make sure you like, subscribe, share, run, tell that, all of that on our YouTube. Search Everything's Legit Podcast. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Go ahead and like, share, comment on the episodes. Let us know what we're doing good. Holla at us, man. We appreciate everybody that's tapping in with us. But other than that, man, you know how that gets down, man. I'm good, man. It's been
Now go ahead. No, I was just gonna say along the lines of our supporters. Funny thing happened to me last week after we dropped last week's episode. Before I could let anybody know, I got a picture. Somebody had a screenshot where they just saw that the new episode had dropped, and they was already listening to it before I could tell them. And that was a dope feeling. That was a dope feeling. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, that's cool, bro. Yeah, man. We just growing organically, dog, and I love it.
Yeah.
So every week we just trying to get better. Especially everything just behind the scenes, just trying to get better,
Hmm.
make the product better, make better quality. So shout out to everybody that's rolling with us. Shout out to everybody that's growing with us, man. You know how that go. But man, it's been a interesting week in this culture of ours thing called hip hop that we live, breathe. Very interesting week. I don't know where you want to start. How you want to kick this episode off? Where you want to start at, bro?
Um, I said we started home, bro. We started home just like how we normally do. Um, kid
Yeah,
kid Kodak Black.
yeah, man.
He
They, what
I,
they,
I've heard actually I heard a few things about Kodak. Uh,
mm,
One, he finally got moved
mm-hmm.
to another facility, and I'm
Shout out to that, man.
yeah, because they was doing my boy dirty in the other one. They was doing him dirty, but
Yeah,
I'm happy for that.
so,
That's
yeah.
one small victory for the boy.
Mhm.
But I also hear we about to get some new Kodak music. I heard that. I
yeah,
heard that loud and clear, and you know what that
yeah,
means.
uh,
Hey,
yeah.
if you ain't been on your
I
job,
think, hey, I think it's dope that he got that transfer because just recently we've been seeing and hearing about everything that's going on around him. Um, and it just looked like he probably wasn't in the best of situations. So to see him and his lawyers be able to get in a position to move him, put him into a better environment, so that he can serve out the rest of his sentence and pay his debt, come home. So it's dope to see him do that. Hopefully it'll put him back in a better space. But I mean, no sooner than we heard that he moved and got put into a better situation, here come the announcement of the music. Um,
yeah,
Bill is real.
Bill is real. Bill is real.
Bill, Bill is real.
Hmm.
How you feel about that?
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it because I want to see the he's giving me a transition in every project. So I'm looking forward to see the next phase of Kodak. You know what I'm saying? That next step that he's taken in his evolution as an artist. Because when he first came out, I was like, "What is this?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "This is what the kids is
Orthodox.
yeah, this is what the kids is going crazy about." But gradually, as I started getting more music, and another thing is that I felt like the quality of the first song that I heard from him, it was like when Ross dropped Port of Miami. That was a great album, but the quality, the
Didn't age well because
the
yeah,
engineering, I don't know what they was doing, but that's how I felt about that first Kodak
come
project.
up.
Yeah,
It was that come up music
exactly. And
that
we've
actually
we've
that
been to that
actually made that
studio.
album.
We've been to that
Yeah,
studio that I recorded
mm,
in. And you know what I'm saying? It's when you be in there, you be like, dang, this is dope. But when I heard that
that
album, I
actually
was
made the
like,
album sound better because it make you hear that hunger
yeah,
and the imperfections and
yeah,
make it
yeah.
sound.
And so that's one of the things I'm looking forward to in Kodak's music, just that evolution, just continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because he was what 17, 16 or something like that when we first heard him. So
Yeah,
I'm,
I think he's gotten better with just about every step. You've seen a growth in him.
yeah, I agree.
Now, now it's just a matter of him putting it all together, not just on the mic but off the mic.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You've been forced to sit down. You've been forced to take a break. Um, Fortunate enough that you built up a buzz that even though you are sitting down 2 3 years, the anticipation of your music is still there.
Yeah,
So you got an opportunity to sit down, think about everything that's going around you, think about what you've been going through, game plan for what's next, think about how you want to move when you get out. Because now you got an opportunity. We seen it. This like the superstar stimulus package, bro. Dude out piping hot before doing work, get locked up, got to sit down for 2.5 years. Now when you come out, you either gonna be a rocket and you're gonna take off, or you're gonna be a stone and you're gonna you're gonna drop in the
Yeah.
it's a dud. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he's game planning right. But November 11th, Bill is real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's allegedly an album. So we gonna see, man. Shout out to Kodak,
Yes,
Lil
sir.
Yak, Lil Bill,
Mm-hmm.
whole team, all that, man. 11/11. Shout out to that, man. Straight up. Um,
Hey, so let's just get right into some of this stuff that was going around yesterday. So I don't know if this was yesterday, but the first thing, the Busta Rhymes challenging T.I. to a versus
Before
battle.
you get to that, hold up. I want to say something because this has been on my mind. Busta Rhymes is underrated.
To who? Not to me, but okay.
I think just in general he is.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you also got to look at the
but
era that he came up in and with the artists that he came up with. That's a tough crowd to be in and to stand out.
yeah, but he's one of the few that could say I've had a hit in just about every era.
True. True.
You know, but the reason why I brought it up is because I was watching 85 South Show, another podcast,
Mm,
and Busta Rhymes was on there, their latest episode. And to me, that was the best Busta Rhymes interview I've heard. That was the best 85 South show that I heard.
mm,
Just all around, it was a dope episode. Because it was two different dynamics coming together for an interview. You got Busta Rhymes, his OG legend from New York, super New York, super OG, super old, all of that. And then you got 85 South Show, Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, DC Young Fly,
mm,
these young OGs, and from the South, Atlanta, whole different vibe, whole different. And you could tell when Busta Rhymes sat down, he wasn't sure what they knew about him. And then the moment that Carlos started showing Busta Rhymes that I'm a huge fan, because he started rapping word for word Busta Rhymes B-sides.
mm,
Busta Rhymes sitting there like in amazement, and that flipped the whole energy of the interview. And he locked in, start telling stories, dropping knowledge. It was just super dope. But it's a rollout to the album that he got coming.
mm.
So it's another album that he got coming out. But just seeing that just made me think like, yo, like he's just really underappreciated. But yeah, versus.
Yeah. So it starts with Buster. From my understanding, at first it was an open challenge, and then he mentioned Tip. Tip comes back. First of all, Tip is super long winded. He can take a whole day to tell you that the sun is out. By the time he tell you the sun is out, it's dark outside. This man can talk forever. So basically, he says, and I know a lot of people didn't see the video. They probably saw the headlines, and the headlines were misleading. But basically, he said that the generational gap is too wide, and that he was listening to Busta Rhymes when he was kid before he, you know what I'm saying? And basically he declined that offer. He declined that offer. And so, of course, him getting a lot of backlash for that, I guess after he challenged 50, which, you know, him and 50 were doing their thing in the same era, same time frame.
But he respectfully
he respectfully declined. He gave
declined.
Buster all his roses.
I had no issue with his reasoning because
Me either.
that's not a good. To me, that's not a matchup I want to see. I don't want to see T.I. versus Busta Rhymes.
No, I don't either. And I feel like a lot of people from the, you know, that other region want to see it because so they could say, "Oh, Tip got dragged by Buster."
Yeah.
Yeah. But
he made it personal. Even in the interview he was doing with Fat Joe, he mentioned why T.I. got a problem with New York rappers, and it was like, I don't even think it was a New York rappers thing. The only rapper from New York he was talking to was 50 Cent.
was 50 Cent.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people feeling. Listen, I noticed just today that people like it's coming up again. The respect or lack thereof of T.I.
Mm-hmm.
And just because of, you know, everything going on this week, these past couple of days with him in the verses, like even today I saw somebody say they they went back and talked about the quote where T.I. said he got about 3 or 4 or 5 classic albums.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody mentioned he only even got 3 or 4 or 5 classic songs. And that was so disrespectful.
I wouldn't either.
Because to me,
I wouldn't even acknowledge that.
I did. No, I didn't. I went right ahead and just made a comment about uh trap music, urban legend, King, Paper Trail. Those are the classics to me. 4 classic albums that T.I. has to me. Trap music, urban legend,
King,
Paper Trail. That's 4 classic albums. That to me, that's that when that was that 4 or 5 year run that T.I. went on. Cause them was back to back albums. And then right in between there or right towards the end, he dropped that was a mixtape in between there that was super dope. But he went on a run that was unprecedented. Them four albums, boom, 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 boom. And each album he grew, each album he got better. And then the culmination of it was Paper Trail, where T.I. transcended hip hop. He went past it. Paper Trail put T.I. in a whole different stratosphere. He went from trap rapper T.I. to pop star.
mm-hmm.
And Paper Trail took him there. You know what I'm saying? But I just saw a lot of disrespect for T.I. I don't. It's not a good matchup, him and Busta Rhymes, but it's looking like we gonna get the matchup that we all just kind of, you know, we all just kind of been waiting for. This might be the biggest versus.
This for those who not sure what we're talking about yet, you've been out of the loop for a couple hours.
Been dead. Under a rock.
Yeah. We gonna
running
get
and telling.
We getting it seems like we may be getting Jeezy the Snowman and the King of the South, T.I. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically what happened was Jeezy goes to Instagram and calls out. He didn't call anybody out. He said, "What's up, homie? You've been around the world in your campaign. Now you back here." You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, "Why you avoiding me?" Now,
That was the interesting part. The part that was interesting to me was that he didn't put a name to it.
yeah, he didn't put a name to it, but everybody knew. Because as soon as he posted, he's seen Trouble Man 31 lighting up all over the comments. Trouble Man.
If you listen to what Jeezy said, it could have been interpreted that he wasn't talking to T.I. Because when he mentioned that you've been all around the world and you right back here, he didn't say right back here like you came back home. He just said it like, oh, you did all that running around and now you back. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been anybody you talking to.
Yeah.
But T.I. feeling froggy, jumped in front of the bullet.
Mhm. This man T.I. so wild. First of all, he accepts the invitation. He accepts that. And he talking about, I'll pull up. We can do it right now.
Did you see the lives that he did?
Yeah. The one when he's walking into the spot, he's in the bathroom, and he's like, hey, y'all heard Jesus say he won't smoke?
Did you see Did you see the car ride though? Little 8-minute
Yeah.
car ride he did?
That's why I said he long winded. He'll take forever to say anything. That man said, you walk into the restaurant, you order off this menu. This
Oh
man.
man, he was talking cash though.
Oh yeah. But that'll be a good one.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the only battle that could possibly be bigger than that is T.I. versus Gucci.
Yeah. But I don't see us
That would
getting
be
that.
that would be the only battle that would be more relevant, more groundbreaking than Jeezy versus T.I. And that's because the history between Jeezy and Gucci, I mean T.I. and Gucci, and just what's going on right now between them. Like just to see them in a room going track for track, trap for trap, like whole different ball game. But T.I. versus Jeezy,
Yeah. That's the one right there.
now. So we here now. So we almost we you know the ink ain't dry yet, but we could pretty much say that's gonna be one of, if not the next verses.
That's my thing. That's one of the things that kept popping up in my head. Is this the way we're doing it now? Because in season one, as they they making a distinction. This
Season
is
one. Now we in season
now we in
two.
season two.
So
So
they made it clear. They made it clear.
yeah,
You know,
clear
hey,
distinction.
this the new season.
Yeah. So is that the way we're
Whatever
doing it?
that means.
Is that the way we're doing it? We letting the artist decide, or we, what I'm saying, is that the new format? Because I don't see that in a lot of artist personality. If we're gonna have the differences that the
What, like
varieties
to call
that we,
somebody else?
yeah, like the varieties that we had in the first
Dude,
season.
I already see artists backing away from verses. I already see artists talking about, okay, let's kind of play it out, or just straight up, yo, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a tricky situation. Um, I don't think this way can last, where you calling somebody out, because they're gonna get corny.
Yeah.
You're gonna start getting artists. You're gonna start getting artists calling each other out who we ain't even think of. It's like, bro, ain't nobody thinking about you. You only got so many hits. Now, I do agree that they gotta start changing it a bit. I don't think doing 20 songs can last, because not every artist has 20. So now if you bring in a different number, you could probably open the field up to more artists, lower that number. You can have more artists on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I was thinking that they might start doing something different as far as like having three-way battles or something like that. Just not, I'm not saying like a every versus thing, but a couple of times sprinkled in there just to switch it up. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. They just signed that deal, so them boys ain't going. Them boys ain't going nowhere.
Oh
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
no, we here.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they move. But being that it's speculated that that is the next versus, uh, who you like?
Tip all day. When Tip said, "Hey, first of all, I'm a huge
You
Ti
like
fan.
Tip over Jeezy all day?
First of
That
all,
easy?
I'm a Ti fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Ti fan, and it's been that way long
Let me
time.
say this: I enjoy Ti more, but Jeezy has the best one album. To me, TM 101. If we were to line up their discographies and just line them up, Ti has the deeper, the better discography. Jeezy has a better one album.
So what you're saying is, TM 101, if put next to any one of Tip's albums, is better.
Yes,
Okay.
but once you get past TM 101, then Ti got the next three albums,
Mm.
like uh LA versus a healthy Miami Heat. LA got the top two, but 3, 4, 5, I'm taking Miami healthy. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. The reason why I'm such a huge Ti fan, I remember what was it? It had to be like what 04, 05 when trap music dropped. My brother bought me the album, dog. I popped it in, and that was probably the first time I listened to an album from beginning to end and did not have to switch nothing. The vibe was there. Everything was, you know what I'm saying? I remember how I felt at that moment. I remember how the sun wasn't even down yet. It's like three in the afternoon, and I'm in jamming. And from that point on, like everything Ti dropped, like I wasn't at first. I didn't really care for Urban Legend like that, but it grew on me.
No, Urban, what?
I loved
Man,
King from the time it
Urban
dropped.
Legend full of hits.
I loved King from the time it dropped because
I did too.
that was 06. That was the soundtrack to ATL,
Yeah,
and then
King was my favorite album of Ti's.
and then like you said, Paper Trail was before he went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that one. What was the heavy is the head? Heavy what?
Trouble Man.
Trouble Man. I ain't like Trouble Man.
I like Trouble Man. I like Trouble Man. I like Trouble Man. Still get it's a couple tracks
Yeah,
on there that still get
It's a couple
played.
tracks, but like I said, my introduction to Ti was I don't have to skip. I
But
just,
you know what? Now I think about it, it's an album that you like that I didn't like. Ti versus Tip.
yeah, I like that one.
I didn't like that album. And I remember me and you going back and forth about that album years ago.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. I know exactly what you're talking about because that's what was doing
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the little
we
brackets.
yeah, he's going back and forth about that album.
Yeah,
But
and I
yeah,
feel like all his
and
recent stuff for the last 3 or 4 years have been dope to me.
Paperwork, Dime Trap,
Dime Trap is my junk. Us or else.
Us versus Us Else, yeah. He
Yeah,
got real conscience.
yeah.
But Ti, man, another album, Libra.
The Libra,
Um,
the legend is back running Atlanta.
man,
Leave it
cut
to
us off,
him.
man.
Leave it to him. Leave it to him.
I'm no longer the king. I'm the legend.
Legend is back running Atlanta. I'd be
It's
doggone.
dope that he got his kids on there. They all through there.
Yeah.
Rapping with his sons. Uh got his sons producing, got his daughter on the interlude. Um just it's just man, just dog T.I. super dope, bro. Just but so you say T.I. easily?
No, I didn't say easily. I said for me, I'm riding with Ti all day.
So and on a score of 20, how you scoring it?
I would say 11-9. Because Jeezy also had, like, I love Jeezy too. Like, Jeezy had a big chunk of my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially around the
Jeezy holds a different spot for me, man. He holds a different spot for me, man, cause when TM 101 came out, that was a soundtrack to my life. Like I was just off the porch. I just jumped off, and whatever I was doing, TM 101 was the soundtrack. Like I remember just what I was doing, just listening to those tracks. And but to me, it's like this. It's like the same thing that happened with Fab versus Jada. Everybody thought that Fab was gonna easily take it, and then Jada came through with the energy, came through with the swag, and next thing you know,
Mhm.
Fab looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think it's all about placement. It's all about where you play him. Because if Jeezy he gets to his street bag, and Ti not in his trap bag, Ti in his pop bag, it could be, the
Yeah.
energy might be different in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that. I see why you would say that, but I don't see Tip going into the pot bag. I don't see it. I don't see it. But like I said,
I think
it's gonna be dope. Like I feel the same.
yeah,
I feel the same way about TM 101 that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in that place too, and
yeah,
it, like I said, it has a big chunk of my life. Jeezy was,
yeah,
the soundtrack. But
yeah.
overall, maybe it's just my bias. Got to ride with Cliff.
Got around with the tip. Got around with Clifford
Yeah,
Harris.
yeah.
Um, one of the things that brought attention to the album was your boy Cliff confirming that his boy Cap peed on Drake in the movie theater back in '06. No, in 2010. He confirmed it
Hey,
on this album.
yeah, I heard that clearly.
I got a slight issue with it, man,
I
because I
mean,
feel like I,
there's all types of problems with that.
I feel like Ti just did that just the name drop, just to get a little spice in there, just to get a little controversy, throw a little bit in there to get extra eyes, extra ears.
That's quite possible.
It felt like a name drop. It felt like a because we talked
Like
about
a little
this years
cheap
ago.
shot.
Yeah, low hanging fruit. We talked about this years ago,
Hmm.
and we deaded the story as a culture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew it went down. Okay, Drake, you got peed on, didn't do nothing about it. It is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So now, 10 years later, 2020, new album, and this is the bar you drop. I don't know. It just kind of
Hey,
feel like hey, I'm aiming at the whoever that top dude is. All right, cool. I got something for you. I got a story about you. Boom. I'm a name drop. Get these strings up. That's what it felt like to me.
um, I can see that. I can understand that. but also, I mean, Tip been feeling himself on another level as of late. As of late, I don't know.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all it makes sense, but I do feel like this is an attempt at seeing
It's the king.
kind of yeah. I feel like he's trying to show everybody, okay, this I'm serious about this Kane thing. Like, but I think the most we get out of it is just a Aubrey punchline, and that's it.
Hopefully, because it's looking like Aubrey gearing up to drop something before the year up too. Look like this fourth quarter gonna be kind of hot. Look like Aubrey gonna be dropping. K Dot supposed to be dropping. We already got the Ti. I think Khaled supposed to be dropping. We getting Kodak fourth quarter. I mean, it's gonna be active out here. It's gonna be real active. But so I guess you gotta do something to separate yourself, and that's I guess I guess
Hey,
that's what the name drop is for. But
right.
I
It
was
is what it is,
I
dog.
listened.
Like the way I feel like he did it on some. I can say whatever I'm gonna say. I drop this name real quick, and Drake ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And all I heard is that Drake unfollowed him on Instagram or something like that. like,
That's what they said.
yeah, that's what I read.
That's funny. That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny. If that's true, that's funny. I didn't know that, but that's funny if that's true. Um, hey, uh, that's funny. Um, but
I guess
speaking
since
of,
we already talked about new music, we can go ahead and get
I
into
was gonna
that pitch.
yeah, speaking of new
Um,
music, I was listening to Reason today, an interview that he did where he's just kind of explaining his words, but also kind of made hints to Kendrick Lamar coming soon. Um, I think Drake pretty much confirmed he's coming fourth quarter. Um, this week, Ty Dolla come out. This week, Ty Dolla
Dollar sign.
sign. Yeah, I'm kind of hyped about that. That might be some good fall time music, riding the car music.
I'm hyped
Um,
about Dage Loaf.
I was just going to say the album I'm really looking forward to is that Dej Loaf. She been grinding for a minute, dog, and so just to see her uh get that debut album opportunity, she's so different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Uh, I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be dope.
I think so too. I
Uh,
looked at the track list today. I was like, okay.
yeah, she got Big Sean on there, got Gunna, 42 Doug, Sada Baby, got Ross on there, of course. Dog, Dej Loaf and Ross
Yeah,
is a top combination.
yeah,
On
yeah,
a low
yeah.
low, on a low, Dej Loaf and Ross is a that's one that you go to straight to if you see it on the album. Oh, let me get to that first. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I'm hyped about that track. Um, then she got Benny, Conway, Boldy James,
Mm.
and she got a track with Uzi Vert. So that come out this week. That's gonna be dope. 15 tracks.
Oh,
Like it's
somebody
just
else dropping
enough.
this week.
Uh, yeah, it's gonna be
Somebody
dope.
else dropping this week. Dang.
Ty Dolla, I know. Um, uh, speaking of new projects, uh, that classic project, that classic album.
Bruh,
I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what
it's
to
an
call it.
audio experience.
That classic audio experience.
The elephant in the
Elephant.
room. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bruh. I listened to that. I listened to that the first night I heard it. What was that? Monday night, Tuesday night, something like that. First night I heard it, I listened to it like 8 times. I listened to it so much, I woke up thinking about it the next morning. I had to listen to it a couple more times. Bruh, oh my, I feel like that is a project that everybody needs to hear. I told him, man, I was like, you gonna change something. You changing things with this one. Like that thing is, bruh. And I've been telling you about Classic for a minute. I've been telling you about Classic for a minute. That boy is not to be taken lightly.
No, he's dope. He classic is dope. I just had some I had some things that I had to get over just by listening to him. And so once I did, nothing personal, just my ears. But to me, I didn't even get over it. I think he just got better. Um, to me, that's what happened. Um, because he always had a dope sound, but it was just something in his sound that my ear was just like, nah, get back in the kitchen and keep cooking. And
Yeah,
you know, he did. Not because of nothing I said, but because he's an artist and he wants to be the best. So that's what he did. And he got better. Um, and he dropped something that was different. He dropped something that's gonna catch attention. So as long as he's consistent with it, as long as he stay behind it, as long as he keep the muscle behind it, as long as he's passionate about it, we gonna support it, of course. But it's gonna go as far as he wants it to go. It was something so different. Like you said, it was an audio, like he called it, audio experience. It's not an EP, it's not an album, it's not a project,
it's
it's
not a single
something else.
track. It's an audio experience, and you actually have
It's
to experience it. You
you gotta experience. It's
gotta
literally an
experience it.
audio experience.
But
So that's super dope,
and
super dope.
I hear he getting the well, yeah, I hear he getting the treatment written up for that. So we're gonna get a visual sometime
Hmm.
soon for that.
Yeah,
And I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Like a part of me
yeah,
be borderline about the fanboy and just share the track every day just because I think it's so dope.
yeah. Hey
But
man, when
you
you
know,
make
that's just me.
something dope, man, people appreciate it. You know that you
Hmm.
got something special there, bro. That's just what it is. He got that. He working on the no love, or no love for sale project with him and Nova King.
Hmm.
Um, so that boy working. He got some stuff coming. Hopefully he stay, like I said, as long as Classic stay consistent, he keep his foot on neck. That boy's gonna be something. He gonna be out of here. So I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
forward to see what he got. Cooking up, seeing what what moves that he keep continuing to make. Um, just
That
keep
boy
being dope.
AG got a new track, a new single dropping. I think Sunday.
It's
2020
produced by
Vision.
Coffee and Oslo.
Yeah, Jaffe and Oslo.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah. AG Almighty coming with that new heat. Um, I keep seeing Choo Choo. It's about to be some real pressure out here in a second. I'm just
Mm.
I'm just letting y'all know. It's about to be some real pressure out here in a second. Um, Gang also dropped a new track. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, I heard that
So
today.
yeah, he dropped a new track. Shout out to uh real quick round of applause. Shout out to Savannah. Got that BET placement. That was super dope to turn on BET and see home team getting that placement on such a major show. That was a good, definite good look. Something that she
Mm-hmm.
deserves because she's definitely hardworking. Uh, so shout out to her.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, shout out to her. Um, Speaking of music, see, L.A. Reid is selling his catalog, 162 songs that he's written and published. He's selling it to that same company
Mm.
um, that has been going around and pretty much just buying up everybody's catalog. Um, Hypnosis songs, I think that's what it's called. But he sold his songs that he's written, legendary songs that L.A. Reid has written and been a part of, been published. But I'm sure that he sold it for a specified time, sold a specified amount of percentage of it. Well, actually, no, they said he sold 100% of it. So I'm guessing he probably sold it for a certain amount of
Hmm.
time just to see what they. Yeah, he sold 100% of it. Just to see maybe what they can do with it. See, if they can make um any noise with it. But hypnosis has been going around for the past 2 years, just pretty much buying up everybody music. Anybody with a back catalog, anybody with something to stand on, they've been going up and buying it up. So they obviously know something. Um, they working to they building towards something. Um, a lot of times you build something like that to sell it. So who knows what they got planned? But
Yeah.
he sold that up. So we'll see what happens with his music. See what becomes of that.
Mm. I don't really know. I don't really know what to think of that. I mean, I'm sure it's not for nothing. Like, there's a purpose behind it. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sitting here scrolling through title, and they have the artist releasing section. It says Nelly is releasing this week.
That's interesting.
I don't even I don't even know what a Nelly project would sound like at this point.
Nah, not even a Nelly single. That's interesting. Um,
Yeah,
List.
that's
Hey, you
about
know
that's
what I
about
was
all you
looking
can
at
say.
today? I was looking at the freshman cover of 2006 because there was a discussion about who on that list um has the best career right now. And so I'm looking at that cover and I was like, man, that was actually not a bad freshman cover. Lil Yachty, Designer, Dave East, Denzel Curry, G Herbo, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, Anderson Paak, 21 Savage, Kodak Black.
Oh, you said
And
2016.
2016, yeah. 2016.
Okay, because what you said out of your
2016.
mouth was 2006. I was like, what?
Yeah, I meant
Oh, that
2016.
is that is a pretty good cover. 21
Yeah,
Savage, Uzi.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's a dope. So somebody was asking out of that cover who's had the best career so far. A lot of people I was seeing said Anderson Pop. To me, that's
He
a
has done a lot of
that's
work,
yeah, yeah. And he's everywhere
and
right
he's
now
worked with
too.
a lot of he's worked with a lot of artists.
Yeah, that's Yeah, yeah. That's a hard freshman class right there. Like if you sit back just think about everybody on that cover, everybody on that cover pretty much still doing their thing. Might not be music, but still on the scene. The only one that's really not
That's funny you brought
making
that up
music was that.
because you remember I said somebody else is dropping this week.
Mhm.
Dave East dropped
Ah,
again.
huh?
Yeah,
You just was in a project or a single?
I believe he dropping a project.
Dave East is dropping another project.
Yeah, and I saw that. I saw that when I was looking at Dej Loaf,
Wow, really?
and she said, "Oh yeah, Dave dropping this week too."
She said that.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I guess you get another shot to see if you like him or not.
Uh, I won't be running to it, but
Oh,
we'll
of course
see.
not, but there's so much other stuff.
Yeah. Um, man, something that I saw um this week that bothered me that I wanted to touch on before we got up out of here was man, Maria Taylor, um
Mm,
ESPN analyst, super dope, one of the faces of ESPN. Um, deserves a lot of praise, a lot of credit because she's doing a lot of good. Um, but just seeing the attacks that's happening to her, seeing the men that are coming at her. There was a tweet by Doug Gottlieb questioning whether or not she should even be able to vote for All Star Hall of Fame and all of that because she's a studio host and a sideline, and it's her first year covering the NBA. Just seeing like a lot of jealousy, and then she covers football too. So she's went to school in Minnesota, so she's supposed to be going there this weekend, and she was getting death threats. They were sending death threats to her family, her brothers, her mom, her dad, just trying to really discourage her from doing what she's supposed to be doing. And it's like, man, like we got this amazing black woman that's doing so much good, using her platform responsibly, and you just see the backlash that she gets from outside people. And it wouldn't even be it wouldn't even you wouldn't blame her if she said, you know what, I'm not even gonna do this no more because it's too much. Just because you see it with things that people say to her, how they treat her, but again, black women being the strong surviving type, she's not gonna let nothing knock her down, responding like, yo, you can say whatever you want. I'm here to stay. I'm here to
yeah,
make sure my name is here to stay. Y'all gonna see me. I ain't going nowhere.
and that's what I
Um,
like the most about her situation. It's that she ain't backing down. She ain't, what I'm saying. She ain't cowering in the corner. You know what I'm saying. She her clapbacks ain't got to be overly aggressive, but she gonna get her point across, and she gonna let you know. By the way, I'll see you this weekend, or you gonna see me this weekend because I'm gonna be
yeah,
doing my job.
yeah,
Simple as that.
yeah, yeah. But keep protecting her, keep saluting her. Shout out to Maria Taylor, man, for doing
Yeah,
her
shout out
thing.
Maria Taylor. Shout out to all the black women in that field, or the
Eric
ones who,
Champion,
even the ones who have been
Jamel Hill,
muscled out of that field and still doing their thing. Because Jamel is doing a lot of things outside of
Jamel and
sports, and
Carey,
she's
Jamel and Carey
yeah,
created their own thing.
yeah. So shout out to them. They, what I'm saying. It's hard enough being black, and I can only imagine what it's like being a black woman. Like It's got to be, you know what I'm saying. The only thing lower on the totem pole for them is a black woman. So we got to make sure. We got to make sure that ain't nobody else gonna lift them up. We got to lift them up.
Yeah, for sure. We got to. I want to ask you a question. With all this new music that's coming out, um, where do you get your best listen of an album? Like like for instance, for me, when something new comes out, I listen to it in different settings, but the setting that lets me know whether or not I'm gonna rock with this or not is the car test. If I can sit, if I can drive and listen to your project and not know that I'm listening to it and get through it without knowing that I got through it, it's probably gonna be in rotation. Like the Spill Village album, that's what that did to me. The Spill Village album, I listened to it all the way through. Didn't even know I was all the way at the end of it. 21 Savage, didn't even know I was at the end of 21 of Savage Mode too. It just repeated itself right back, and I'm like, oh, this the end of it. So for me, that car test has to be passed in order, for a project to get put on that next level to me.
I think with me, um, it's weird because my love for music is to a point where it doesn't matter. Like I listened to 21 Savage, I was cooking breakfast. I was jamming and I was cooking breakfast, and then before I knew it, it was over, and I was like, "Oh snap,
Yeah.
that was good." I listened to Ti Libra, just sitting in my bed watching TV. No, matter of fact, I was writing something up, I was cooking something up, and I was listening to that.
Hmm.
Um, so, bro, like I tell everybody who inquires of me about my musical repertoire, it's in me, bro. It's not on me. It's in me. Like you
Right.
know how many times that I've talked about just walking away from everything. Like you know what I'm saying. I don't know if this for me. I don't know if I want to do this no more. Like I don't know if I want to invest the time in listening to these people music all the time. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Listening to new music, but it's not on you. It's in you. You can't take it off.
Right.
And like the way my family life was set up growing up, that's all we did. It was always music. There was always some music.
Hmm.
My parents are born in the 40s. My oldest brother was born in the 60s. I got two brothers born in the 70s. My sister's born early 80s. I'm born late 80s. All through the 90s, 2000s. So it's like it's all music. Everything, and if I don't have something, it has to be a really, really poor project for me to not give it a shot. That's why I say things like, oh, certain albums, just like earlier, certain albums, oh, when that album dropped, it was a dope album,
Yeah.
but the engineering, you know what I'm saying, I can hear the imperfections
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So I can really get into a project anywhere as long as I can kind of free my mind and just take it in. And that's and I'm really good at toning out the noise. It might come with having 4 kids. I don't know. But you get really good at not hearing things and just hearing what you want to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
But that's just that's just what it is. Like I said, this music, you know what I'm saying? Like a person could post something on the internet, and before I don't have to click the link to hear the song. I see the visuals and the name of the song, and I hear the song automatically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people got to be in the mood for new music. I'm always in the mood for music.
Nah, man, I'm always searching for something new. I'm always looking for something fresh. I'm always looking for something I ain't never heard. New music just always tickles my ear. So anything that I haven't heard before, I'm always on the hunt for a new sound, new artist, just to get something refreshing, something different, man. Because to
Hmm.
me, that's what's about. If you stay stuck in the bubble wherever you at, don't expand your ears, eventually music just gets boring.
Yeah, and
So
a lot of stuff will pass you by, and then you'll be trying to catch up.
yeah, and by that time it's too late. Um, but yeah, um, man, which I kind of want this to be the last time that we even address this. Honestly, I didn't even want to address it. I was gonna go the whole episode without even saying anything.
Yeah.
But just sitting here thinking about it, I know the different opinions that we've had on it. Um, we just kind of gotta be responsible and in tune and keep the same energy um that we've been having. So this is becoming redundant. It's becoming stupid. It's just it's drawn out. Can't get to the bottom. Nobody wants to tell the truth. But did you see Tory Lane's Instagram live this week?
I saw a little bit of. I think I was busy doing something, and I meant to go back to it. But I didn't. I've seen a lot of the opinions. I saw Meg's post about him being crazy or whatever.
She said he
Um,
genuinely crazy.
yeah, she said he's. Um, I stick with my thoughts and my opinions on it. I still don't feel like he did it. Did you see Kelsey's Instagram live?
Well, first of all, I saw Tori's uh Instagram live,
Mm.
and um it's a lot of stuff he said made sense. A lot of stuff he said was dancing. Um he still never really said he didn't do anything. Um uh but it just like one thing he said was he wanted to come out earlier and say something, but of course, even I said, it was like it became a legal thing. So once you get to the point where lawyers are involved and lawyers telling you, "Hey, we got to handle this the right way first, court of law, forget everything else. You got to think about your future. Forget about public
Hmm.
opinion for a second. You got to fall back." Um, but then by him doing that, people started getting forming their opinions and saying different things because he hasn't responded on our timeline. He hasn't responded quick enough for our liking. Um and so because of that, people pass judgment on him. Um so even after this Instagram live and him explaining all that, I saw people talking about, oh, he needs to be quiet, he needs to stop talking. This, him, the more he talks, the worse that he looks. Why is he out talking? And then it's like, yo, you just complained for a whole 3 months about him not saying anything. And now that he is talking, now you're telling him he needs to be quiet because he's hurting himself. It's like, yo, which way is he supposed to do this? How is he supposed to come across? Um, to me, they are both Meg and Tori are withholding the truth. We
Hmm.
still don't know why a gun was involved. We still don't know why they got into a heated argument like that. We still don't know who pulled the trigger. it's a lot of questions still going on. It's a lot, man. But it's
Yeah,
just so it's just like at this point, it's just like, dog, just get to court, get to trial, and let us know if you're guilty or not. Like all this other
yeah.
stuff that's going around it, all the all the games y'all playing in the media, all the back and forth that y'all doing. Now it's like, okay, because now not only y'all going back and forth in the media, but now you're involving other people's emotions because Meg is going on this whole stand up for the queen, stand up for the black women. He's going on this whole, I protect black women, but what about the black men? And right now we live in sensitive times, and it's like anytime anybody comes at that particular subject, you gotta side eye them because it's like, yo, what is your motivation? This
And
whole
then we
thing
got people
started
like
out.
Ross out here using it as a promo for his different business ventures and his album, but we ain't gonna get into that. I'm looking forward to Ross' album, and I'm looking forward to him talking crazy about Tory. But that don't mean I like it. I don't like it.
It's a weird thing because everybody wants to jump out there and make an opinion first, and then you gonna start looking crazy, and now you gotta backtrack your words. Now you gotta start moonwalking in what you said and how you feel. When all you had to do was sit back and let this play out first.
Yeah, but that's the world we live in, dog. I want to know. I want to know now. I want to know everything right now. Give me all the information now. And if I can't get information, depending on the social climate at the time, we're gonna go with whatever sounds right, which is cool. Whatever. If that's the way we live in, that's
Yeah,
how we live it.
yeah, and because we're living in sensitive times, and the plight of the woman is, you know, the biggest issue at hand. If you say anything against a woman, a black woman, at this particular time, hey, they looking to get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? There was a gun involved. There was a woman involved. She got hurt. We need answers. What happened? You was a black man. You was on scene. What happened? Let us know. Say something. Like what's going on. But at the same time, this black woman over here is telling this story, but she's talking out of both sides. She's telling a double story. Like you don't want to call her a liar, but it's like, yo, a lot of stuff you saying ain't adding up. Something ain't making sense. Like, yo,
Hmm.
what's up? But hopefully,
Hey man, I just wish the best for both parties. Um,
yeah,
I want to get back. I
hopefully
want to. I
next time
want.
we talk about this, it'll be. Hopefully next time we talk about this, it'll be the end. It'll be done
Yeah,
with this. Wrap. We ain't gotta deal with this no more. But
yeah. That's where I want to get with it. I want to get to the end of it because it's draining, it's exhausting, and it's taken away from the other issues that the bigger issues in the world. Not saying that a black woman getting shot is not a big issue. I'm just saying that a black woman who says she got shot in her foot and was dancing, twerking 2 weeks later is probably not the
it
biggest issue at hand. And, crucify me for that. I don't care.
is what it is, man.
It is.
But done with that, man.
Yeah.
Just trying to see if there's anything that we forgot this week, anything that we are missing.
Mm.
Don't look like it. Look like we have another successful episode, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on this journey, man. Once again, shout out to everybody that's listening
Appreciate
to
you
us. Shout out
bringing
to
me, brother.
everybody. Come on, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in with us. Shout out to everybody that's plugged in, listening, viewing us on all the platforms, all the DSPs. Shout out to everybody that's viewing us on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's subscribing to us. Shout out to everybody that's commenting to us. Shout out to everybody that's liking, sharing, all of that. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the feedback. Thank everybody that's listening. another dope episode of Everything's Legit podcast right here on Rebels Radio, my boy. And
Yes,
until
sir.
next time, sir, I'll check you, bruh.
Yes, sir.
Like, what you thought? I was just sitting back, not rapping, nigga? You think niggas ain't get better? Like, what you think? I want me a meal to see just how it feel. Ain't worried about no bills, negotiating deals. Find me some shit, I'm stunning in this bitch. Stunning in this bitch, everything legit. I want me a meal to see just how it feel. Ain't worried about no bills, negotiating deals. Find me some shit, I'm stunning in this bitch. I'm stunning in this bitch, everything legit. Hey, I'm about biz, money where my mouth is, spliffy where my mouth is, smelling like ounces, but